Hello internet, this is Alok Srivastava and this video is coming really after a long time. So no thanks to COVID, but it's because of the COVID and things were not as normal, but now things are coming up as normal. And if you can see yes you can, this is my new darling Harley Davidson Custom 1200. So it was the time to say bye bye to Iron 883 and got myself a new darling. So this is the one. I call her darling. If you have got a better name, suggest me. Okay, coming on to the topic, what we are going to do. Containers and Kubernetes is everywhere. So a lot of students have asked me what need to be done to secure the Kubernetes cluster. If you are going through the CKA training, so that won't teach you on the security things. That tells you how to deploy a cluster with the default settings and run the production load. But practically you will never be using the default settings on a production grade server. So let's see what is the first thing that you need to do and what are the reference points, what are the locations which can help you. Some resources are available on the internet. So let's move on. So I am going to tell you how, after installing the cluster, what is the first step. The first step is to secure your control, to secure your Kubernetes master or the control server. So let's start it. So I have a cluster already available with me. I do a kubectl get node, it is running. So control is the one which I am logged in also. So I wanted to secure it. So how can I secure it? We have a very interesting tool, Docker Bench Security. So this is a tool which is given to us by CIS. If you are not aware of the CIS, so let's browse about the CIS. Let's get some information about the CIS. I do a cissecurity.org. So you must visit this resource available on the net. So CIS is a independent non-profit organization with a mission to give you more secure experience online, and the standards or the practices or the guidelines that they recommend you is being verified by hundreds and thousands of the volunteers, the cyber experts. So these experts give us some to-dos and not to-dos. So they give us a very interesting tool, that is the Docker Bench Security. So if I go to particular page, it is benchmark Docker. Go here. This is the location. So securing the Docker CIS benchmarks, please feel free to download the guide from here. So I will be using the Docker Bench Security tool, and that tool will analyze my cluster and tell me what are the vulnerabilities in your server, and those need to be patched. It is free of cost. Feel free to use it. The only thing is that you need to know it, that these kinds of things exist. So first I just need to do a git clone. It's very simple stuff, guys. Not loan, it is git clone, https://github.com, and it is Docker and Docker Bench Security, Docker Bench Security.git. Clone this repository. That's the first thing after you install your cluster, right? It will give you a directory, Docker Bench Security. Move inside it, Docker Bench Security. They give you a very easy script. All you have to do is that you need to run this script. That's all. This script will scan your machine, scan your control based on the guidelines given to you by the CIS, right? Based on the guidelines from here. You can download the benchmark, what they say, but let it scan. So I just need to run this Docker Bench Security. It might take some time, so be patient here, right? Current version has got 8 sections. We will discuss those sections. it will tell you that certain things are like the parameters are okay as per the CIS guidelines, certain parameters are not okay. So it is your job being a sysadmin to make sure that those checks pass. If you see there, some checks are passing in the green color, some is a info, some are warning, right? So maximum pass will make sure that I have got minimal vulnerabilities on my cluster, on the control plane. So we teach all this in our CKS training, Certified Kubernetes Security Specialist. I will personally recommend anyone going for the CKA must go to the CKS, because that is how you deploy a cluster in a production, right? CKA won't teach that. Security is a concern. So it is, let it go. Section number 6, section number 7 and section number 8. So total it has done 115 checks. It is not at all possible for anyone to remember all these things. So use it. And the best part about it is that as the time moves, the new vulnerabilities might be found, and the CIS guidelines, those experts which are there to help me or help us, will update this database, the Docker bench security database. So if I scroll through it, so let's see a couple of things. Yes, a very important point here. You need to be very good in Linux to pass this down. Now see here, say auditing is enabled for this, it is pass, but auditing is not configured for the var lib docker, right? So I need to know that the audit D package need to be installed and the auditing need to be enabled for this directory. Now these are your Linux skills, right? If you are directly jumping onto the CKA training or the CKS training without having a knowledge of Linux, you are doing a harakiri. Harakiri means suicide. Don't do that. You should have a very good foundation on Linux. So it tells me that these are the things that need to be patched, or these are the things that need to be taken care of. So let's see, let's do some of the things. Let's say I want to enable. Now again, it's your job. It will only tell you these things need to be done. It will not do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. So let's enable the auditing for var lib docker. It's a directory here. So I copy this. How will you do it? So I open one more tab, and let me do one thing. I log in as root. I install the audit D package, right? Now this is Linux. This is not Docker. This is Linux. So, right, audit D is installed. So I go under etc audit. Sorry, that's the location, rule.d. That's the file. You wanted to make the entry permanent. Okay, let me just show it very fast. I do a audit ctl -list. The current, I don't have any rules here, so I can use the audit ctl to add a rule. My file name, the directory which I wanted to pass the check was var lib docker, I guess. Let me paste it here. It will come. Yeah, var lib docker. So I use the audit ctl tool. Audit ctl, I am telling the audit D to watch for this particular directory for the permissions, write and access, and keyword can be anything. Say docker libs, docker logs, anything. So if there is some issue, I can try to find this keyword to get the errors related to this particular audit. That is done. So if I do a audit ctl, it is up now. Now this auditing is done, right? So I need to do this for each and everything before you actually commission this server for the production, right? So I had just done this. No need to restart the Docker service. The audit D service. Let me do it. I will again check it out. No rules, as the audit ctl is temporary. So I do it again. Right, now if I scan it again, that means that particular error or the warning should be pass, right? I will go and tell you. So this one var lib docker should have pass, right? So let me scan it again. I run the docker security benchmark Docker bench security again, let it go. So this tool is really going to help you out. Let it go, give yourself some time. So think of it, I had to do it for all the errors and all the warnings. It's not that easy. And guys, make sure you are very good in Linux. I have seen a couple of cases where someone told someone that, okay, you have got no experience in Linux, but still go and do the DevOps, do the Kubernetes. Nonsense, guys. Things won't work like this. It's a process. So let it go. I will just go up and check that particular message which I think I had rectified it. I had passed it. That should pass the check now. Okay, so score is 10. Earlier the score is 9, I guess. Okay, let's check it. And move. 1. No, it is, yep, var lib docker. See, it's passed. Likewise, I had to put up a rule for etc docker also. Let's do it. So I create another rule. All I need to do is just change the, you can make it permanent by putting up an entry in the audit.rules, which I'm not doing now. So I have got 2 rules now, right? So both these should pass now, right? If I run it again, do it for this also, do it for this also, read it and keep on doing these things. This is what you are paid for, right? So let me run it again. So more score you are getting, less vulnerabilities are there, and you can sleep tight and sleep without any worries that chances are that no one is going to do any mischief on my server, on the Kubernetes cluster. And don't forget to tell me a name for this darling, right? I call her darling. If you have got a better name, I don't mind changing it. So let's check it out and go. Focus on Kubernetes, guys. Focus on OpenShift. We don't have, normally companies are moving to microservices. Monolithic applications are history now, are going to be history very soon. In the next video, I will try to show you how to scan the images for the vulnerabilities before you create a pod directly, right? Oh, score is 12. Yay! Very good. So let's go. Here I am. Yep, I'm good. Wonderful. This is what need to be done. So Docker bench security only update you. Hey, do this to secure it. Your Linux mind should go and do this. I hope I was able to explain you the importance of the Docker bench security tool. Always use this before you commission your server for the production or running any production load. Thank you very much. That is all for this video, and I will try to be more regular. And I am waiting for the name. Perfect, guys. Take care. God bless. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. And if you hadn't subscribed the channel, do subscribe. And please share your comments. And write something. What you want and how does this video helped you. Anything. And the name also. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, guys. Take care. Godspeed.